In July 2010, Australia was shaken by the disappearance of a 6-year-old girl. Her mother claimed that someone had kidnapped the child straight from her bedroom during the night. But very quickly, police began to suspect the family itself. 6-year-old Kiesha Weippeart lived in a suburb of Sydney with her mother, Kiesha Abrahams, and her stepfather, Robert Smith. From the outside, the family appeared normal. But behind closed doors, things were very different. Investigators would later discover that the abuse had been going on for a long time. Teachers noticed bruises. Neighbors reported hearing screaming coming from the house. Child Protection Services had already raised concerns about the family multiple times. At one point, Kiesha was even temporarily removed from the home. But eventually, she was returned to her parents. Over time, the situation only became worse. According to investigators, the child was repeatedly subjected to violent abuse. Multiple injuries were reportedly found on her body. Yet despite numerous warning signs, the tragedy was never prevented. On July 18, 2010, everything changed. That morning, Kiesha Abrahams called police and reported her daughter missing. According to her story, someone had entered the house overnight and kidnapped the child directly from her bedroom. The story quickly spread across Australia. A massive search operation began. Police searched streets, nearby bushland, and surrounding neighborhoods. But almost immediately, the family's story began raising suspicions. Investigators found no signs of forced entry, and the behavior of the parents seemed unusual. The deeper investigators looked into the family's past, the more disturbing details they uncovered. Police learned about previous reports of abuse involving the child. And slowly, the investigation began moving in a completely different direction. Eventually, investigators came to believe that Kiesha had likely died before she was ever reported missing. According to court documents, the fatal injuries were inflicted inside the family home during another violent incident. Afterward, the parents attempted to cover up what had happened. Police later stated that the child's body remained inside the house for several days. Eventually, the parents moved the remains and attempted to destroy evidence, all while the public still believed the story of a kidnapping. But over time, the family's version of events began falling apart. Detectives uncovered major inconsistencies during questioning, and later, police discovered the child's remains. Soon after, Kiesha Abrahams and Robert Smith were arrested. During the trial, even more details of the long-term abuse became public. The case shocked Australia and sparked outrage across the country. Many people began asking the same question: why wasn't this child saved sooner? In the end, Kiesha Abrahams and Robert Smith were sentenced to prison. The case of Kiesha Weippeart became one of Australia's most disturbing child abuse cases, a tragedy that many believe could have been prevented long before her disappearance.